Sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Giants. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go! 10-2 stop. Hey. Yes.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 57's the mic.
Hey, Foxtrot. Shoot.
On first down, Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fields. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Pull it together. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Bravo.
Throwing Jones. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Fight.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 3rd and long. Looking for Shepard deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Take on Austin on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
First carry for Darius Geis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's complete. Bernard. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Jackson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check three.
Here's Jackson to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Finally, an incompletion. He was 5 of 5 before that last throw to start this game.
So he is human. All right, so we found out after the way he began, okay, he can have an incompletion here or there, but I love what they've done right from the word go. They just need to pay it off with a touchdown now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man, it's Eifert. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Jackson hit, and he lost gets the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No score after one on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Brings it just past the 15. Able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go now. 8, read.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
Hey, Delta. Hey, check, Mike. Go.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And this is Shepard on the catch. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I'm going to get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Go!
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Get it.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Jones, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Set, ready.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Now.
Jones operating from the gun. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Ready,
so now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Strong right. Hey, we got 3 down.
Hey, Zoo.
52's the mic, boy, 52. I'm coming after you.
Protein spill. Check 9.
Check. Lucky.
Shoot.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson now. Going to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25.
Let's go, let's go!
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Jackson, options out left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Next to score, Bengals 7, Giants 0. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden...
It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, an 80-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Jackson throwing again. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Kill, kill, kill. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Now Jackson on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, Geis. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jackson flush to his right. And he'll go down at the 28. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Jackson. He's got it complete to Thompson. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Blue drum cooking. Off the fly.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On the ground, it's Geis. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got Thompson here, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side, complete. That's Thompson. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a run with Geis, and he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Shotgun handoff now to Geis, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Darius Geis, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Bengals 14, Giants 7. Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Saquon Barkley running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
70, Indy.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
General West. Hey, exit.
And the blitz does come. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Geis. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now it's Tate. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. First down, Giants on a pickup at 14. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
22 Jet Bombers, 22 Jet Bombers.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On first down, Barkley. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Squeeze, double. 57's Mike. Mike,
operating from the gun. Jones looking for Shepard deep, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, high 7.
Now Jones throwing on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Ready.
From the gun, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't 61. Match box.
Now Saquon Barkley. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Tight end right. Out. 5 down. Stand up.
Yep. Hey, Charlie.
Let's 57's right. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Hit it.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's get off the field.
Hey!
50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. So we got man.
Set, go. Set, go.
On 4th down, Jones. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still
No yardage.
Okay.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Jackson to throw. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Room here to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Buddy up. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. Watch the pass.
Throwing now is Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Geis. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Here's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they give up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
Keep playing hard.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
On the set. 55. Hey, eat. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.